Yo, welcome back. This is Week Check. Let's go. Yes, so welcome back everybody to Week Check. Thank you for all those who have come back and, been watching this from the beginning. For all those who are new, my name is Patrick T. I do reviews on all kind of kicks and training related stuff. This is my weekly series or episodes called Week Check, where I do reviews on the upcoming trainers, what are going to drop in the next 7 days. So this episode is about trainers dropping from the 25th of April to the 1st of May. If you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and definitely hit the notification bell so you know when I upload this video. I usually upload these videos on a Sunday, but it just depends on the time. So definitely hit the notification bell so you know when I've uploaded them. If this gives you context, hit the like button as well, because it really does help. Now, let's do some housekeeping. All the information I have right now is the information I have at the time of recording. I can't cater for surprise drops or drops what released in a week at short notice. So please bear that in mind. Also, when I refer to places like Size or Foot Patrol on their raffles, the date I'm giving the information is the date that the raffle closes. So you need to go on there before that date to, if you really want to cop and enter those raffles. Again, word of warning, Foot Patrol and Size, I think some other apps may freeze your money or take your money where they tell you it's not available to you. So it's taken from your account, and then if you are successful, they take the money. If you're not, then they refund it. They say it usually takes between 3 and 5 working days. So just bear that in mind when you enter some of these raffles. Read the T's and C's. That's all I'm going to say. Let's just get straight into this. We're starting on Monday, the 25th of April. And the first drop which I've seen is the Air Force One Billie. Now this is a Billie Eilish collab with Nike. It'd be on the SNKRS App and they're dropping for £135. You'd also see that she's doing a lot of different apparel with it as well. So if you're into Billie Eilish or you just like the collab she's done with Nike, this is definitely one for you. Next drop, what's dropping on this day, is a Dunk Low Safari Mix. This is on Size. This is going for £100. And like I said, enter raffle before this date because you'll miss it. The only other release I've seen on this day is a Puma MB1 Lamello Ball. Now this is dropping on this SNKRS App and it's going for £105. Now move on to 26th of April. First drop I've seen this today is the Air Jordan 1 Air Comfort Dark Iris. This is dropping on the SNKRS App for £135. Also dropping on the SNKRS App this day is the free Terra Vista Next Nature in 2 colorways, and these are dropping for £113. The next drop is a drop what dropped last week, and we talk about the Adidas Gazelle Indoor Blondey McCoy collab, but this time in navy. This is on the SNKRS App and this is going for £75. Sticking with the SNKRS App, we have a woman's Dunk Low called Banana, and this is dropping for £109. Moving on to the 27th of April. Now, Adidas are dropping, I've counted just under 47 trainers. We're talking from collabs to Y3. I would just say to you, go onto the Adidas website, the launch app, have a look at it. I don't know if they're just trainers they've had in stock or they're completely just re-releasing new ones, but I have seen some there before which have been released. So it could be just sizes. When you click on it, if you're a member, you get early access to this drop, I think, which is on Monday. So go and have a look. Like I said to you, there's tons of trainers dropping on Adidas, all different styles, Y3, collabs, things you might have missed before. I definitely know some of them have been out before. So it could be that they just got untold stock and they're just releasing a whole bunch of them on this day. So head over to the Adidas launch calendar and just have a look at anything you might want to cop there. Too much to list. Dropping on the Size App is a Dunk Low Coconut Milk. This is going for £90 and probably one you might want to cop. Another release on this day is a woman's Air Jordan 11 Low Purple Violet. This is on the Size, Foot Patrol and SNKRS App. This is going for £180. So if you missed out on the other ones, definitely go for these. We then have a Dunk High Retro in white and cargo khaki released on the End app for £100. Now move on to the 28th of April, and the first release on this day is Air Force One Mid in 3 different colorways. I'm going to read these to you. You have a Cave Stone, a University Red Midtown navy, and a L brown. I've seen these called different names in different places, but these are on sneakers. They're also on End and also on the SNS app, going for £125. Next up is 2 Adidas Originals collabed with Sata, and these are called New York and Gazelle Vintage. These are both size exclusive trainers with Adidas. One is going for £100 and the other is going for £110. Next up is New Balance collab with Salih Bambari in the 574 silhouette. This is going on the Foot Patrol and SNS app. It's in black for £140. There are going to be other colorways in the same colors. They're going to be released on other days, but I'll get into that later on. Moving to the 29th of April, first drop of day is the SB Dunk High Pro KCDC. This is being released on the SNS app for £113. Now, just as I mentioned before, we now have the release of the New Balance collab with Salih Bambari in the 574 silhouettes. You have 2 colors being released again. The black one was released on SNS the day before. That might be delayed and just put back. And then you have a white color with all different other colors on it, as you can see in the picture. These are both being released on the End website. Again, they're going for £130. Next up is a women's Air Jordan 1 Mid SE being released on the End app for £115. Next up is 2 women Dunk Low. These have been released earlier in the week, but they're on End on this day. And we're talking about the Banana and the Safari Mix. One is going for £100, the other going for £110. We then have a Dunk Low Retro Premium, again on the End app, being released for £100. We then have on SNS app a release by the North Face, and this is called Sherpa Traction Muled Climb versus Online Ceramics. Now this looks like a slipper and it's going for £79 on the SNS app. Now we move on to the 30th of May. I believe these are the final drops this week. I could be wrong, but this is all I could find. We're starting off with Air Jordan KO1 called Rush Orange. This is being released on the Sneakers app and this is going for £125. The next up is a release what was released early in the week on different sites, but on the End app it's been released today, and we're talking about the Jordan 11 Low Pure Violet, and it's going for £180. Another release on this day is the Air Jordan 1, I'll call it Red Toe. So on the SNS app it's going for £99. I believe this was released a couple of weeks ago, so this could just be a restock on SNS or their first release of the same kick. But that's it. I hope you find the kicks you're looking for. Like I said to you, on the 27th, Adidas are releasing over 40 trainers that day. So go and have a look at them now. I think, like I said, if you're a member, you can get them at early access on the 25th and a discount. It may be just a drop of all the trainers they've had and they just had them in stock, so they're just getting rid of them, because when I did click on them there was discounts for certain ones as well. I didn't click on all of them, but when I did click on, there was discounts and I could get early access on the 25th of April. So thank you everyone who's watching to the end. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell and leave me comments. Let me know what you cop or drop. Let me know if it's all rubbish. Let me know there's too much and you're not going to eat again, but just leave me comments. So please look after yourselves. Have a good week. I'm out. Peace.